And now it's time for a story with
Father Michael, Father Michael, Father Michael, Father Michael, Father Michael, Father Michael. Hey kids, it's Father Michael here. I want to tell you a story this morning. It's a story that comes from the Old Testament in the Bible. And we've changed somebody's name here a little bit. See if you can see what it is. Now, God's people, the Israelites, they were getting ready to fight an enemy army. This army was called the Philistines. David's brothers were soldiers in the Israel's army. They were camped with King Saul and all the other soldiers on a hill. The enemy, the Philistines, they were on another hill across the valley. With the enemy, they had a champion fighter. His name was Jockliath. He was very, very big, very strong, and very tall. In fact, he was a giant. And every day, Jockliath would shout mean things at King Saul and the Israelites. They could hear his nasty voice echoing down the valley.
All right, brothers. Dad sent me up here with your packed lunch. Hey, what's going on up here then?
I am Jockliath. Send out your best man, King Saul. You and your army, you're an embarrassment. And as for your God, he's a waste of time too. Come on have a go if you think you're hard enough. You lot, you call yourselves a fighting army. You couldn't even crush a grape. You couldn't fight your way out of a paper bag, and
If I had a windy day and I blew it in your direction,
you'd all fall over, you bunch of yellow-bellied wusses. Come on!
I am pretty angry about all the mean things that this Jockliath, whoever he thinks he is, has been saying about the Israelites and God and us. He's been pretty mean. I don't understand why no one wants to fight him, Jockliath. I know God is stronger than a giant. I know God will help the Israelites win. Hey, who does that Jockliath think he is? I am not afraid of him. I will fight him.
but King Saul, he said, well, you can't do that. You're just a boy. But David answered,
When I was taking care of my father's sheep, I had to fight off a lion and a bear. And I know that the Lord looks after those sheep for me. He kept an eye on them. So I know that the Lord will help me fight off this giant.
Is this it? Is this all you got? You send me a wee shepherd boy like a wee sprout there to fight with? Well, you think you're up to something clever, I tell you what now. I'm going to feed the wee shepherd boy to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. You just wait and see, 'cause I am Jockliath.
Saul wanted David to wear his armour, the king's armour, and to use his own sword, but David tried to walk about in these and he couldn't. They were too heavy and they just weren't right for him. He took them off. Well, Saul, he said to David, go, and may the Lord be with you.
I'm just going to get some stones I can use in my sling.
As the giant came closer, David ran towards him. David put one of the stones in his sling and he shot it at the giant.
Right then, you Jockliath. May the Lord be with this stone.
The stone struck Jockliath right in the forehead and Jockliath fell down and died. When the enemies saw what happened, they were afraid and started to run away. So King Saul and his army were able to chase the enemy and get them all. David trusted God to help him. And God used David to help save the Israelite army from the Philistines. Kids, just like David, we sometimes get into some problems, don't we? Not everyone is scared of the same things, but we all face different problems. So kids, I want you to remember this verse, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6. The Lord is my helper. I will have no fear. What can man do to me? So if we do get a bit fearful, we can say, hang on a minute, I believe what God says in the Bible. What we can do is trust him, give our fears to him. Just like he helped David, he'll help you if you trust him.